Hey everyone. Okay, so I am on the second month of the lemon experiment I did with the 2 lemons when I took them and placed one on the Orgone, this charger plate here. I put this round one, a little bit discolored, on the Orgone, and then I left this one not on the Orgone. And within, I would say 2 weeks, within a week, this one had already begun to get really, really mushy. And then the one on the Orgone got really, really hard. It's like this one started to spoil, and this one, it felt like a younger lemon, actually, which was odd, but I didn't know what to expect. Anyways, so 2 months in, you can see the difference between the two still. This one still has, some bright yellow to it. When I first started, obviously, they were 2 very bright yellow, healthy lemons, and feel free to follow the link I'll have for the first video, and you can see what they look like. But basically, I got a request to cut them, and I figured I'd go ahead and do it now. I think it's time to go ahead and cut them. They seem like, to me, they're both dried out. This one has no yellow on it, you can see. It's just completely brown and spoiled. This one still has yellow on it. It's still somewhat, compared to the one that was not on the Orgone, it still looks pretty, it's decent considering it's been out in the open for 2 months and just sitting on top of this. So it held its round shape. It did not shrivel up like this. It held its round shape, and I think it just dried up. I think it's dry inside. I don't know what it's going to look like inside, but we will find out in a minute because I'm going to cut them now. But you can see the difference between these two. How this one still has definitely lasted longer than this one. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Of course, it's going to begin to spoil. It's not going to live forever, but it's definitely lasted longer than the one that was not on the Orgone. So let's go ahead and cut them. I really didn't want to cut it because I just thought it was so cool to see, the difference between the two and look at them. But I'm going to do this experiment again, so what the heck, I might as well cut it. So on the inside of this shriveled up one, let's see what ooh, yeah, it's pretty dried up. So I don't think there's really going to be much to see. Oh my gosh, this one's really hard. I don't think there's going to be much to see inside of these, to be honest. This is a sharp knife too. I'm surprised at how hard it is to cut it. Ooh. Okay, so, there's the inside of the one that wasn't on the Orgone. Definitely does not look very pretty. Okay. Smell-wise, it still has a lemon scent. It's not, like, extremely stinky, but, yeah. It's not pretty. So, let's see. This one might look the same. I don't know. It'll definitely be interesting to find out. Gosh, they're both pretty hard to cut through. That's, they have that in common. Probably because the skin has dried up by now. It's been a couple months. So, I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I'm trying to make sure I'm not cutting my fingers off here. Holy moly, this one's like super hard to cut through. It's even harder than that one to cut through. But this was the one that turned hard. So, you can imagine. You know what? I thought this was my sharpest knife, but I think a better knife is going to be one with edges on it. This one is so much harder to cut through than that one. So let's go with this. With one, with like a saw here. There we go. Oh wow. Wow, okay. Interesting, guys. This has a whole different, this looks way better on the inside than this one. Look, it's way fresher looking. This one is like dark and spoiled, and this one, it's still even, this one's still, a second. This one is still kind of juicy. Look, there's still even some water in there. Oh my gosh, that's kind of amazing to me. Look at that. Do you see the juice in there? The lemon juice? This one, there's no juice whatsoever. It's just completely dried up. And like I said, the only difference between these two lemons is this one has been sitting on the Orgone. Now, one of the things that Orgone does is require plants to need less water, and I think this might prove that. Obviously, I haven't watered these fruits, and this one has lasted longer, and it even still has, look at that, it even still has juice in it. Oh my gosh, that, I don't know why, but like, that is so cool. And it smells just like a lemon. Oh my gosh. I'm actually really surprised. I thought it was gonna look more rotten and brown like this one does. This, look, I'll squeeze this. There's absolutely no juice or anything. There's nothing in that one. What a neat result, you guys. I think that's so cool. So thank you to the person that suggested me to cut them. I'm really happy with the end result, and seeing that after 2 months, this lemon is still juicy. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna be squirting this lemon on my food, but you can clearly see that the Orgone preserved it much better than not being on the Orgone. I mean, there's nothing else. There's no other way to. I don't know how else to explain that in any other way. I am going to do this again. Just, you know, another person has suggested I do it with a lemon, because I had these two in the same room on the same table, just far away from each other. Somebody told me to put, you know, because Orgone does put an energy out in a certain amount of space. So someone suggested to put a lemon in another room where there was no Orgone, and see what that one looks like, and see how quickly that one might spoil. So that's going to be my next project, but I really do also want to show you guys the difference between the plants when you grow a plant on a piece of Orgone. I want to show you guys that too, but this just amazes me how there's still lemon juice after 2 months coming out of this lemon. I mean, look at that. Wow, how cool is that, you guys? Nothing in here. Okay. Well, I know I probably sound like a dork, but I just think I think it's cool to see results like this. I really think it's fun, and I would love to see you guys try something like this with your Orgone as well. So if you guys do, please link your results to this video or another video I have with the lemons, and let me know what yours turn out like, okay? Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you'd like to.